Hi guys, and hope you saw last week's video when I walked along the Droitwich Canal from Droitwich to the River Severn, and the river looked very impressive, I must say, at the time. But of course we've had some heavy rain and a storm since then, so today I've gone back to look at the River Severn, but this time I've gone to Worcester, where I have been before, and the last time I went it looked like this. And that was in April. It was a lovely, fine, sunny day. And what I found today was a slightly different picture to that, which I'm going to share with you now on the video. And hope you're going to enjoy it. It's quite a short video. If you do enjoy it, then as usual, please give it a like, perhaps leave a comment, and think about subscribing if you haven't already. So that's it. I'll let you get on and watch the video now, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Cheers, bye. And top marks to West Midlands Railways again. Pretty new train today. So there's the River Severn in more than full flow, I think. There's been some flooding here, and people are doing some clean-up. You can actually see how far up the water came. I'm stood on a thin layer of mud here, so it came up as high as this. The walkway is all flooded over. I'm going to see how far down towards the locks I can go. Well, I didn't see any swans on the Droitwich Canal, but there's no shortage of them here at Worcester, and they're feasting at the moment on a load of bread. A chap just been telling me that he's given a few loads of bread to them. Looks like the pigeons are getting in on the act as well. Swans all look pretty well fed to me. So obviously there's usually a path there, and you can park your bike there. Not today. No, not today. These swans don't seem to be at all bothered by me or the other people who've come to have a look at them. Beautiful creatures. Just look at that river now. Imagine what it was like when it flooded over here. Incredible. Now Diglis Lock, I believe, is pretty much down there, dead ahead. I don't know if this path is going to be flooded over, but I'm going to see if I can get there. No, I can't walk along this way. It's still too flooded, so I'm going to have to walk back up into the city centre and cut across. And that's quite a nice backdrop. Worcester Cathedral. So I found the canal once again, my old friend, the Worcester and Birmingham Canal, and ahead lies Diglis Basin, so I'm going to wander down there now and see what the situation is around the locks and have another look at the River Severn. And even more swans as I come into Diglis Basin. Look at that rusty narrowboat over there. Wow. Very important to keep clean, you know, very important. Well, the forecast wasn't promising for today, but certainly here at Diglis Basin in Worcester. It's very pleasant at the moment. Some lovely boats moored up here. You can see the red lights flashing. Do not proceed. And I assume intentionally they've parked this old boat in front of the lock as well. This is Diglis Top Lock. Let's go on down now and see what the River Severn's looking like. Wow, just look at that. This is Diglis Bottom Lock, and or rather this is the pound just before the bottom lock, completely flooded over. You can see where the water's come over the pathway during the flood. Oh, it's pretty amazing sight, I've got to say. The water's come all the way over here. Yeah, it's very, very boggy and muddy underfoot, and that stuff is treacherous to walk on. Very, 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 very slippery. And you can see the truth of the matter. The River Severn has actually come up so high it's overwhelmed the lock gates, come into the lock and flooded the whole lot. I wonder how often that's happened in the past, and quite possibly it may have damaged the lock gates, I suspect. Yes, you can see the church right up there with a spire. That's where I saw all those swans earlier on. But the path alongside the river is completely covered after that. Yeah, very, very slippery and muddy, so I can't go any further up here. Hopefully with the finer weather today, the river level will start going down quite rapidly, I hope. It's going to be quite some time until a narrowboat or a wide beam or any kind of boat gets through these locks, I think. It's actually come up all the way over this. So it looks like there's a river lock a bit further down, about 400 meters, so I think I'll take a walk down and have a look at that. Wow, this is Oil Basin Bridge. Oil Basin, I presume. So all traffic has to come down this side according to the signs, and you can see there's pontoons over there. Wow, look at this. So there's two locks. I think that's the wider one, and that's the slightly smaller one. I can see red lights flashing on the display board over there, which presumably means it's not safe to proceed. Looks like there's generally a lock keeper in that cabin, and these gates are so big I would imagine they'd be electrically operated. You wouldn't have to get your windlass out to go through here. That's interesting. This river lock is the largest and deepest of England's inland waterways, and the River Severn is Britain's longest river, flowing 220 miles. There we are, that's where I am. Can't walk across today because it's closed. This is quite a big lock, but the other one is longer and wider, I think. I believe that's Diglis Bridge, and where you see these pontoons sticking up, I imagine that's the lock landing where you'd normally tie up your boat as you waited to go through the lock. Be great to see this in operation, so I may have to come back here, I think, one day. Sorry about the noise, but I was just looking at those flats and looking at the view that they've normally got. The River Severn. Very nice. Yeah, so Worcester and Birmingham Canal. I've done the whole length of this now. Started here, I think it was in April I came here first, and not very long ago I completed the journey all the way up to Gas Street Basin in Birmingham. Yeah, a lovely canal, and I quite fancy taking my boat on it one day. This pathway is really quite treacherous with this mud, so I'm staying well away from the water's edge in case I slip. Be interesting to see how this compares with the water levels when I came in April. Yeah, let's have a look at that. And there's a short pound to another one, and then I think it's the river. There's a couple of swans here. I wonder if they're going to be happy for me to walk past. Well, that seemed to go okay. So this is lock number 1 on the Worcester and Birmingham Canal. This opens out onto the River Severn, and at the moment the bottom gates are open. There we are, West Midlands Railways brought me back right on time as well, and another nice new train back to Ledbury. Where will I go next time, I wonder?